Aloha, it's your boy Neglected Gundam. Today we will be looking at the Master Grade Sazabi Ver Ka Mechanical Clear version. I picked this suit up during the pandemic as Bandai was doing its first online expo. I really wanted the clear red version, but this is what they had, so this is what I bought. And without further ado, let's get started. Welcome back to my channel. I'm excited to have you here today. If you're not already subscribed, now would be a great time to do so, as I have some great builds coming up in the future. Now, let's look at Sazabi. It's no secret that this kit is massive and has a lot going on. That being said, I found that the construction was rather straightforward, easy, and very enjoyable. Its ease of construction is owed to its master designer, Hajime Katoki, and just like the amount of decals he decides to put on his kits, he goes all out. Let's get a brief summary of what's in the box. First is the sheet of waterslide decals, and if I remember correctly, there are only 5 that don't get used. Here, we have a slightly metallic gray inner frame, and these are the largest PC pieces I have ever seen. The very disappointing green beam effects, as they should have been yellow, and last but not least, the clear pieces. Most people will only paint the inner frame with the mechanical clear suit, but not me. I wanted the clear red version, so that's what I'm going to focus on. As you can see, the 2 guns are completely clear. I'm going to paint the beam shotgun in a stressed metallic look. The long rifle will be painted neutral gray and incorporate shading. If you own one of the clear versions, just be careful with the extending stock. It is very fragile, and if you suffer from temporary gorilla hands, you can break it. I went ahead and pinned mine. It takes a little bit of playing around to get him to hold the guns, but once held, they are very sturdy and have practically no weight issues. I picked up the funnel effect set from P Bandai a while back. There are 6 identical runners. One side of the instructions shows the Sazabi and the other the Nightingale. As you can see here, there's nothing going on under the armor. I want to add some mechanical details. Plus, I'm happy to report there was only one seam line that I wanted to remove. This is my leftover spare parts box. Let's see if we can find something to use. With all these parts, I'm sure there will be something. It looks like these are from the back skirts of the Perfect Grade Strike. These parts came from the Perfect Grade Red frame. They will be perfect. This energy piping is from the Master Grade Wing Gundam Zero Ver Ka. Compliments from the Tallgeese Flugel. Now it's time for painting, and I wanted to get the shade of red just right. The clear red from Tamiya acrylics weren't working. The clear red from their lacquer line was the only way to go. That color was much more vibrant. The last 3 spoons is what I went with. The primer here is gloss black. Gloss black is a wonderful primer for gunmetal. That coupled with what I call forced shading makes it look amazing. Forced shading is where I only paint large surfaces and leave panel lines and crevices relatively black. I then take these pieces one step further and dry brush with flat aluminum. Once all that is finished, it's time to top coat. I top coat with a gloss. This makes the pieces really shine. The normal Sazabi Ver Ka's plastic has 3 shades of red, so I separated this project out the same way. The piece you see on screen represents all the pieces of that same color set. 2 of the sets were painted with a base coat of acrylic first, followed by lacquer. This is an example of 4 coats versus 2 coats. The first 2 color sets were followed by 2 coats of clear red lacquer. This is the finished color on the left and only the acrylic on the right. The third and final set is painted with 4 coats of lacquer only. And finally, I finish with the whole process for the thrusters. If the clear red parts were confusing to you and you need clarification, find me in the comments. Now it's time for dry brushing. As stated before, I use flat aluminum for my gunmetal pieces. This gives the metal a great worn look. I then moved on to the silver inner frame. I played around with a couple colors for this process. Eventually, I got them to look acceptable. After painting the minifig, I moved on to the flesh color. Lately, I've been using this paint set by Scale Color. When layered, they look great. But don't judge me based on this footage, because later I went and lightened him up.
I'll just see what that looks like when it dries. Maybe lighten it up a bit.
A couple years ago, I had an awesome idea for this kit. Since the fuel tanks are clear, I decided to add fuel to them. And after the water was added, I sealed everything up with super glue. While top coating, I ran into a problem. I noticed that the clear pieces would not let my gloss lay flat. My clear Perfect Red Exia had the same problem, I had just forgot. But in desperation, I came up with this solution. My thumb was used to wipe away the uneven surface, and I lightly sprayed the piece again. And this worked like a charm. Unfortunately, I had to do this for all the clear pieces. Eventually, when I run out, I'm going to be upgrading the gloss I use. Currently, I use Future Floor Polish. I've been doing it since 2009, but I think it's time to move away from it. If you have any good recommendations from great companies, go ahead and give me a shout out in the comments. Come here, buddy. Oh, the Buster Cannon, huh? Hey, Buster. How you doing, buddy? Come to say hi again? Hmm? How was your adventures outside, huh? Catch any voles? Oh, yeah. How you doing, buddy? Oh, look at you, huh? Okay, see ya. For this project and or any clear plastic mobile suit, the application of clear paint is very important. A nice even coat is what is desired. You wouldn't want your pieces to have an area of heavy concentration of paint. This would make the project look cheap and or rushed. Remember, you are a professional. Take pride in your work. At least that's what I want. I want my builds to be quality. I want to thank you if you stuck around this long and watched the whole video. I really do appreciate it and it helps the channel grow. If you liked this video today, consider subscribing and coming along on this journey with us. If you liked the video, go ahead and click that like button. And if you want to leave a comment, go ahead, I will comment back to you.
Now I know it's on there.
I hope you enjoyed this build. I hope you have a great day. And until next time, I hope you don't feel that neglected now.